Good morning, everyone. It is Higo from Bouillon here. I hope you're extremely well. Before we get into why Apple is such a good business and the lessons you can learn, I just want to share I am extremely excited about FinMe Uni launching, as well as FinMe Tools. We did the first internal testing this morning, and it's looking absolutely incredible and amazing, and it's just going to add so much value to you, and that's why we are so excited. The entire FinMeUp team, we can't wait to share it with you. Just a few more testing rounds to do, and then we'll launch it for you, and it's going to happen in October, so stay tuned for that. So let's have a look at why Apple has always been and is such a good business and will probably always be such a good business. So first of all, it started in the early days with Steve Jobs, and we all know Steve Jobs. He's probably been the most incredible entrepreneur that our world has ever seen. Even Elon Musk just looks and admires Steve Jobs. So we know there was a strange history with Steve Jobs. He started Apple, then later on he got fired as CEO, then they reappointed him as CEO. So there's movies about that, about Steve Jobs, so you can go check that out. But let's get into Apple. So Apple sells you hardware, and then they make money through the hardware, but then the actual real money, especially for the future to come, will come from their services business. So when you buy a hardware, I refer to something that you can physically hold. So that is the iPhone, the iPad, the MacBook, or the iPod, whatever. So one thing that happens is when you buy an iPhone, and this is for most people, and if you have an iPhone or Apple product, you'll probably agree. If you open your new iPhone case, if you bought a new iPhone, there's just this feeling, this adrenaline pump that you get when you open this box and open the new iPhone. The same with the MacBook, when you open the MacBook. Then they have this whole brand reputation of, if you see someone with a MacBook, it's like, okay, that's a MacBook. And they made that little light at the back of the MacBook that just shows you it's an Apple product. With an iPhone, so personally, for years now, I've had an iPhone, and I will continue to keep on upgrading to iPhones. And a few years after I bought the first iPhone, I bought my first MacBook, because the ecosystem is so perfectly integrated between their hardware products. So if you buy an iPhone, you have a MacBook, then you can use, or you can share files, share photos, share music, whatever, by the click of a button, and that is called AirDrop. So you just use your Bluetooth and your Wi-Fi, and boom, you share it between your two devices. With any other device, it's complicated. You have to use email or Dropbox or file sharing or email, whatever. So they make that whole system so perfect and seamless. So when you buy an iPhone also, once you figure it out, it is so simplistic to use. I don't think I'll ever switch from an iPhone unless something changes dramatically. But everything about the iPhone is just so simplistic to me. The same with the MacBook. And once you understand how the Apple products work, you understand Apple. And that's the thing. So now you buy an iPhone once or a MacBook once, you'll end up buying probably somewhere in your life an iPad as well. Then later on they upgrade it, so then you have to buy something new, a new iPhone or a new MacBook. But then they trick you. And it's actually, as a consumer, you don't like it, but as a shareholder, you love it because you make more money from your investing. So when they sell you the new iPhone, you'll probably have to end up buying a new type of AirPod or a new type of charger or something. So they always find a way for you to pay extra than what you think. Then you have the hardware product. You enjoy the iPhone, you enjoy the MacBook, you like it, you use it. But then they end up making so much extra money from you that you don't even necessarily know of. And that is the service business. So their software and hardware is perfectly integrated. That's why they are such a phenomenal business. So to name some of the service businesses, it includes Apple Music, the App Store, Apple Arcade, which is like a Netflix for games, the iCloud, a new fitness subscription app, Apple Pay, and the list goes on. So just to cover it quickly, Apple Music, I use Apple Music. I pay monthly for Apple Music. The App Store, when you subscribe to an app that pays, so if you subscribe to FinMeUp's Premium via the App Store, every single month or year when you pay the subscription, Apple takes a small cut. The first year they take around 30% for commission fees that from FinMeUp, and after year 1 they take 15%. So continuously, the more premium subscribers we get, the more premium subscribers any app get, the more the App Store makes. It's a monopoly, and because you can't really distribute your app anywhere else properly without the App Store or Google Play. So they have it there. There they make money through the App Store. Then, and that's with all apps on the App Store where you pay. Then Apple Arcade. Apple Arcade is, I don't know it too well. I'm not a big gamer. But as far as I know, it's a Netflix for games. So also there, you use the App Store, you use your iPhone, and now you use Apple Arcade. Extra revenue. The iCloud. The more photos you take, the more things you have to save on your phone, the more storage it requires, and the more you'll have to upgrade your storage, the more you pay. And the list goes on. They just find so many ways for you to pay money, and you actually don't have a choice. It's crazy to think. And it's also the same with Google in a lot of aspects. So it's crazy how good their ecosystems are integrated into each other to make money from you using hardware, using their software. And they are sitting on a cash pile now of more than $200 billion. And they are using that to acquire new companies. They started investing in virtual reality companies. They started investing in so many other companies to continue this future growth. So imagine one day that the new iPhone is going to be virtual reality glasses. Boom, they captured that market. Then they'll also find a way to sell you that hardware and sell you services with that. And that is just crazy. Apple is such a good business, and that's why we recently posted a new stock pick on Apple, saying why we are buying even at these levels, because it's just such a good business for the long term. And as Warren Buffett says, this could be one of the best businesses that the world has ever seen. So let us know what you think about Apple on the discussion forum, and let us know what you think. Hope you have a blessed day. Hope you found usefulness in this podcast, and stay tuned for the FinMe Uni and FinMe Tools launch. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it. Cheers.